Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I'm going to keep the intro really short and just jump right in. We're going to be doing a houseplant tour of my bedroom houseplants. So I have a bunch of plants on this one shelf here, which is an IKEA shelf, and then I have one here which is just my desk, which has been literally filled with plants now. And then I have a nightstand where I keep some more plants. And also a little bit of the windowsill, which are mainly just orchids. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys and hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And yeah, let's just jump right in. We'll start here. This is the Hoya Australis Lisa. Doing great. It's honestly gotten really big, like so beautiful. I really like this one. Back there I have my Hoya OBOVATA VARIEGATA, which is honestly really big as well. Under the grow lights, the splashiness kind of turns a little bit pink, which is really cool. So yeah, there's two separate stems in here. Very nice. This one is a new plant that I got recently, and it is a Hoya HANHIAE yellow, something like that. It's a little bit hard to pronounce, but honestly it really looks like a Hoya parasitica heart shape, whatever that's called, because of this leaf. But otherwise, I mean, the other ones don't really look like it. Like if you look at that, not so much. This one is a Hoya MEMORIA that I got from my friend as a trade. Very cute, very small little plant. This one is a Hoya VIOLA, which grew some new leaves recently. It's either this one or this one. I can't really remember. They've both hardened off, so it's doing really great. I really like the Hoya Viola a lot more than the Dakii because I think that one's a lot more difficult to care for. Let's place the Lisa back. This one is my Hoya THOMSONII pink. So it's the fuzzy Hoya, straight up hairy if anything, and it's growing really big. Little baby leaves have started to grow. They're kind of everywhere. Like that's some new leaves as well, and you could really just pick up the hairiness on the leaves in the camera, so I really hope you can because it's so awesome. It feels so nice. I'm always just petting this plant. Am I weird? A little bit. This one is a Hoya PACHYCLADA. So this one, it didn't do anything for the longest time because it rotted in LECA, but now that it's bounced back, I think it's doing really great. So you can see some baby leaves here and also one down there. So there's two separate cuttings in here, and I even saw a peduncle recently, but I don't think it's really doing much, so can't keep my hopes up. This one is my Hoya Sunrise, which is pretty sun stressed. If you can see, there's a lot of that reddish beautiful color, and it makes the veining really obvious and striking, which I think is really cool when I sunstress this Hoya. Not a lot of Hoya sunstress, but this one does. As you can see, PACHYCLADA does not. Back there I have a Phalaenopsis orchid, which is also a summer blooming one, which is why it's currently blooming. These have like really pink magenta flowers, really nice. Beside it I have a Hoya BELLINA, which is so cute, and this one smells so nice. These two are both fragrant, which I'm really happy about. Next shelf is the Hoya SARAWAK. So look at this baby. It's so cute. It's finally rooted. It's currently growing in some pond. As you can see, super tiny pot. They like to be in small pots so that it's more root bound in pond. This one is my Hoya Philippines that I recently got from my friend. Pretty sure I recently showed it, but yeah, it has like really cool veining, which I like. That one is my Hoya CALLISTOPHYLLA shortleaf. Not much to say about it, not really doing great things. This one, honestly, I think I might get rid of it soon, but it is the Hoya VERRUCOSUM. So the backs are supposed to be red, which it is a little bit, and the petioles are supposed to be hairy, which mine really is not that hairy, and it's just, it doesn't look that great, probably because it's not growing up a moss pole, so the leaves are really tiny. It's also growing really weird. Like, what are you doing? Why are you going like this? I don't know. So yeah, that's that. This is my Hoya Bella. This one I really like. It's so much cuter than the regular Hoya Bella, and also the Albo Marginata. So that variegated one, where the variegation's on the outside. I don't like that one, but this one I really like. This one is my Hoya MANIPURENSIS, which has really cool triangular leaves, and it's starting to finally grow. As you can see, like these are new leaves right here, and there's some more back there. So new leaves, really cute. I think it's enjoying pon a lot more than it did in LECA. This is my Hoya HOYA VARIEGATA, so very long name. It's doing great. Look at that pink leaf. So this is a new leaf that's coming out, and this one really, you know, was a little hard to root, and I lost a few pieces, but otherwise, once it did, it's doing great in pon. So I'm really scared to ever take cuttings from this because I don't think it would really root that well, but I'm happy that this one did for me. Okay, back there is my Hoya latifolia. So it's the dinner plate Hoya. Look at that beautiful red color on that new leaf. It's so stunning. This isn't really a sunstress color. I think it's more just so a new leaf color. Over time they will fade to this green because that's what the color normally is. So there's another leaf back there. This one's a little like curved, but this one is a nice flat beautiful leaf, so that's why I'm really happy with that. That back there is my Hoya MERRILLII, which I also really like. It has very faint veining, so it's not super obvious, but it has really succulent leaves, which I like, and it's very low maintenance. It's just doing its own thing back there. This is a dying bloom, but it's also another summer phalaenopsis blooming orchid, and it's really nice. It normally has some like bluish purple blooms, but right now it's kind of faded and it's literally about to fall off. So that's why it looks like that. Okay, hiding behind all these plants is my Philodendron Splendid. So this is a cross between a VERRUCOSUM and a melanochrysum. So as you can see here, there's actually a new growth, which a new leaf shall be coming out soon. Not sure when, but yeah, I lost the other leaf because it started to yellow. Not sure what happened, but I mean, this leaf is still doing great, and there's some really good roots on here, as you can see. That's why I love clear pots, and in this case it's a Starbucks cup, but I love it when it's clear so you can see the roots. Next up is my Hoya fungii. So this beautiful baby is a fungi. Don't know what else to say about it. The backs are fuzzy, it's slightly veiny, slightly splashy, it's just amazing, and I had to give it a trellis because it was growing way too wild. Back there is my Peperomia prostrata, which is the string of turtles, in my little face pot that I bought off some local plant store in Toronto. And beside that, I have my Hoya rotundiflora. So this is like the mother plant. I also have a bunch of cuttings, which I'll show you guys later. It's on my desk right now, so it's not on the same shelf as this guy. But Hoya rotundiflora, that one is my Hoya globulosa. So I really like this one because of, once again, the fuzzy backs. So it's pretty much same fuzziness as the Hoya fungii, but it's a long leaf shape and it has more veining. So really cool. In the front here, I have my Hoya lacunosa or Croniana silver. So it's honestly really, really silver. So as you can see, it's like, what green? I don't see any green. Okay, maybe that's speck of green. But yeah, this is a very sensitive plant. Honestly, rots very easily, so you gotta be careful with it. Hiding under here is my Hoya ficii, which is my beloved Hoya. I really like this one. This one's like one of my favorites. I don't know why. I really like the white veining, and it just looks really delicate, if you know what I mean. Hoya hainanensis Da Nang, Vietnam. Very long name. It's a veiny Hoya, long leaf. It kind of reminds me of a Hoya CALLISTOPHYLLA, but a little bit flimsier and darker, which I really like. I mean, it's a really big plant. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's like wrapped around like, I don't know, 6 times or something like that. Next here is my Mandula pothos, which is doing great. I've rooted all the cuttings and they're almost all back into the pot now. But yeah, I cut it up into like so many different pieces so that I can just root them and then put it back into LECA so that I can full pot. Back there is my Hoya vitalinoides. So I haven't shown this plant in a while. Currently just chillin', but it's still really cute. I have one little leaf that grew down here. I'm so surprised it actually made it, but yeah, the other leaves, very veiny, very succulent-like, and very, very just beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna skim over the bottom here because they're all just succulents and I may or may not know the names of them. That is a sedum. This one, cotyledon something. This one is a moonstone succulent. This is a Graptopetalum amethystinum. That one is a Onzuka astrophytum. Back there is a obisa, which I know the name of that. That one is also an astrophytum. This one is a astrophytum super kabuto, which I really like this one because of the white little dots on it. This one is actually a cutting from my friend. So this is a Tradescantia tricolor. So she gave me a little cutting. It has since rooted in moss. I don't know if you guys can see kind of the roots, but it's pretty rooted. And very low maintenance. It literally just sits in this little corner. This one is a Cotyledon variegata, but it's the long leaf one. So the leaves are really long. I try not to touch my succulents because they have this little coating on them, and when you touch it, it kind of rubs off and it looks really ugly. So yeah, can't touch it. This is my string of hearts, which is doing great. I've recently, literally this morning, I gave it a little bit of a haircut and I just bobby pinned them back into the pot. I don't know if you can really see the bobby pins, but there's one there. There's like about 4 bobby pins in here that I'm trying to root into the soil. Otherwise it kind of just like doesn't stay in the soil because it has no roots. So I just lay them on top of the soil and I bobby pin them in so that the roots can grow down. But yeah, I'm trying to make a really full pot as opposed to it looking really straggly and ugly. So really like that one. That one's also another succulent back there. So I have a few plants in this like really ugly IKEA soccer greenhouse. It's not ugly, it's just dirty. But I have an anthurium magnificum back here that just put out a new leaf. It's actually that leaf back there that's like facing the light, but that leaf is pretty nice as well. It's a magnificum seedling that honestly is no longer a seedling. And then I have in front of it is a anthurium forgetii. So this bad boy is huge now. I don't even know like what happened, but as you can see, some of the older leaves are much smaller versus that giant beast of a new leaf. And another leaf is coming out. Kind of sitting on top of my forgetia is my queen anthurium, which is a little bit hard to see, but I really don't want to take it out. It has like one super long leaf that's like kind of dangling over the side of the pot. Okay, it's a bit better on this side. So this is the philodendron El Choco Red in its beauty. Like it has so many beautiful leaves. I think you guys recently saw it in a video, so you don't really need that clear of a picture. But if you need a better kind of idea of how this El Choco Red is looking, just watch my previous video, which is my top 5 fastest growing philodendrons. Over on this side here is my sad little jewel orchid. So this is the Ludicea discolor. Honestly, don't know what happened to it. I think I got a lot of neglect over the winter and it turned really leggy. I lost a lot of the stems and this is what's left of it. I mean, it's still alive, not particularly growing, but still doing okay. Okay, moving on to the table. So this is my desk where I normally have my TV, and you can see in the background my messy bed, so ignore that. But yeah, over here I have my HOYA OBOVATA. This one is just the regular one. You guys earlier saw my variegated OBOVATA. This is my Syngonium chia pens with its very satiny feeling leaves. It's not really velvety, but it has like a cool texture. This one is my HOYA Winlandia, which I really wanted to show you something cool. Like look, it's starting to split into 3 pieces. You see how like the lobes are very separate from the body? Like this is how the leaves used to look like, as one triangular piece. But then as it matures, it starts looking like that. So I'm really excited. I have it mainly facing the window, so that's why most of it's kind of facing the other way. This is my Monstera Thai Constellation. So that's the biggest leaf, also the newest leaf. And then this one is also one of my favorites. Although it's not perfectly symmetrical. That's cute too. So yeah, it's a 4-leaf little baby. So this is my Gigas, which I'm sure you guys have seen so many times. It's so amazing. Look at that new leaf starting to harden off. It's just so amazing. I really love this plant. Will be really sad when it reaches the top, but still got some way to go. This is my Anthurium magnificum hybrid. Honestly not doing too hot since I've taken it out of the greenhouse, but I figured like in the summer it'd be okay without a greenhouse. So I mean, it's struggling a little bit. Look at this new leaf. There's a point. And it's really well rooted, so I'm hoping that a new leaf will come out. It's just such a big plant that I don't really know what to do with it. That's why it's just sitting out here. This is my Hoya elliptica, which honestly would be doing great other than the mealybug infestation that's currently happening right now, which I'm always treating this. It's just never ending. This is the Philodendron pastazanum, which got hit by spider mites. Lost a few leaves, but otherwise doing okay. This is my entire container full of cuttings in water. Let's try not to spill water everywhere. But yeah, I have some Cebu blue. I have some Hoya rotundiflora. I have this random jewel orchid. And I think that's it. Hiding back here is actually my anthurium crystal hope. It's not knock over anything. So yeah, it's a baby because literally came back from the dead, and there's actually a new leaf coming out, so very happy about that. I'm just gonna skim through these. They're all orchids. That's a dendrobium. These are phalaenopsis. That might be a mame. I can't really remember. African violet. Phalaenopsis. I have my Ludicea Spider-Man, which is a cool jewel orchid. Looks very nice. That one is another Phalaenopsis and an Oncidium. This is the final place where I keep the rest of my plants in my room. The rest are downstairs, which honestly I do not have the energy for. This video is already incredibly long, but starting off with my micans over here. Okay, so that is my philodendron micans in its big pot. So this is Hoya polynura, so it's the fishtail Hoya, looking really nice. It's starting to have more symmetry in the leaves and not look all like ragged and weird, so that's doing great. This one is my wonderful Cebu blue, which you guys have also seen. It's very full. I put way too many cuttings in here and I don't know what to do with it. But I like the bushy look, so that's great. Okay, there, that's a better view. So Philodendron melanochrysum, looking great, very small compared to my gigas, which a lot of you guys tend to confuse the gigas and melanochrysum. This one has more like ears, like the lobes are more apparent, so it's more heart-shaped. Back there is a Philodendron plowmanii. So I got this as a trade. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I'm not really into like super silver variegation on philodendrons for some reason. But yeah, the new leaf came out and it's looking great. Back there is my Hoya numelarioides, and this one is my Hoya Mathilde, which might actually bloom. Yeah, let's hope it will one day bloom, because look at that super spent peduncle. Although that peduncle looks really old, it's never bloomed for me, so it keeps blasting. This one might finally bloom, so I'm happy. And then I just have a few ugly plants back here. So I have a Mexicanum leaf in the very back, so that's a Philodendron mexicanum. This is a another piece of a squamiferum. I don't know why I have this, honestly. My other squamiferum is in the other room, which I won't be showing you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much all the plants I have in my bedroom. So it's this nightstand, the windows, the desk, and the plant shelf. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment down below if you enjoyed and what you want to see next in my videos. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.